Hello and welcome to Infallible, the celebration call. You made it. I am so excited that you are here with me in the live vibes, or if you're watching this on replay, know that that's absolutely perfect too. Whenever you receive this, whenever it lands, it's the perfect moment for it. And this is the celebration call. And really, the intention is for us to anchor in all that we've received, all that we've understood, all that we've shifted, all that we have expanded into. Infallible is all about the universal laws. It's an experience for you to come into my world and learn something that ultimately your soul is calling you forward into. Because the truth of it is you called me into your world, into your experience for a specific reason. And the reason is because you desire to experience more wealth, more riches. And that desire, it's what you were born for. It's why you're here. It's the truth of who you are. You are meant to experience wealth and riches and luxury if that's what you desire. And so this call is to really celebrate you for showing up, for being willing to commit to something for 7 days that is going to help you break through and rise up and ultimately ascend into more prosperity. But I got to tell you that this is not just about money. This is not just about money, although it is about money. It's about rising up into greater levels of your power, of your worthiness, of your freedom. It's about tapping into potential that you've not yet touched. It's about becoming all that you are. So while yes, it is about making more money and breaking through into that next income goal, this is so much more than just money. And I am the catalyst. I am the activator. I am the amplifier. Nothing happens randomly. Everything is synchronistic. Everything is divinely orchestrated. And the fact that we have been connected over these last 7 days is proof and evidence that you are always being guided. You are always being supported. You are always receiving everything you need so that you can rise up and you can experience greater levels of your power, your wealth, and your freedom. Now, over these last 7 days, you have been learning. You have been gathering information. And that's fantastic. It's good to have knowledge. It's good to have information. But you see, gathering knowledge and storing information is not what gets results. It's the implementation and the integration of that knowledge, of that wisdom, of those principles that will ultimately get you the results that you desire. Now, infallible, I just love this word. It's such a powerful word. And what does it mean to be infallible? Infallible means incapable of being wrong or making mistakes. And the science of getting rich is an infallible process. Ladies, if you have not read this book yet, if you don't have your own copy yet, I highly recommend you get your hands on this copy and you start reading it. The principles within this book are infallible. It's an infallible path to success. Now, he talks in this book about three things that will infallibly get you rich. Number one, he says you've got to form a clear mental image of what you want. Do you know what you want? I believe you do know after day one. In our 3D world, we call that a goal. And you've got to be very specific and very clear about what you want. You've got to see it, but not only that, you've got to feel it in your heart and in every cell in your body. And when you do, you've got to use the power of your will to stay focused on it every single day. Now, I introduced you to my 20-minute daily ritual, the Core Four. That is a powerful practice to help you stay locked in, to help you stay following the mothership, the guiding star, the thing that your vision is made of. Now, on day one, I taught you about the law of perpetual transmutation of radiant energy, which is a mouthful, but really it states that energy it's neither created nor destroyed, it just is. It's omnipresent and it's moving from one state to another. So your goal, your vision, your dream, it will be realized when you understand the transmutation of energy. Because thought energy becomes feeling energy, becomes behavior energy, which becomes your results. Now, the Daily Core 4 ritual helped you to stay plugged into your goal with daily visualization and self-suggestion. This also touches on the law of vibration, which states that like energies attract like energies. And when you are plugged in, locked in to your goal through that clear mental image and through feeling the energy of it, you are going to become a magnet for conditions and circumstances and ideas and collaborations and connections that will support the fulfillment of that goal. Step number 2 that he talks about in the science of getting rich is to remain in a constant state of gratitude. Not only for what you have in the physical world, but for what is on the way. That which is invisible, that which you cannot see yet. Can you be grateful for something you can't even see yet? You see, that's real faith. When you can believe and trust and have faith in something that you cannot see with your eyes. But the truth of the matter is that reality and what we see through our eyes is a mere fraction of what really exists. Can you have trust and faith in the invisible that is working on your behalf behind the scenes, that's putting things in motion right now as we speak so that your goal can be realized? Maintaining this constant state of gratitude touches on the law of cause and effect. I'm going to read to you a quote from the book because it is a powerful quote where he touches on this. And he says, there is a law of gratitude, and if you are to get the results you seek, it is absolutely necessary that you should observe this law. The law of gratitude is the natural principle that action and reaction are always equal and in opposite directions. The grateful outreaching of your mind in thankful praise to the supreme power is a liberation or expenditure of force. It cannot fail to reach that which it is addressed. And as a result, God responds with an instantaneous movement towards you. Action, reaction, cause, and effect. You maintaining a constant state of gratitude for what you have, but more importantly, for what's on its way, will connect you with the supreme power, God's source, infinite intelligence. And that action, that reaction rather, is instantaneous and redirected back towards you, which means the bestowal of benefits, opportunities, ideas, connections. Finally, the third step in the science of getting rich is act. Act now. Do, decide, take action. It is your actions that get results. It is the things you do, the decisions you make, the words you say, the posts you write, the letters you send, the emails you deliver. All of that is action. And it is action that gets results. Action, reaction, cause, and effect. Now, he talks in The Science of Getting Rich about acting in the certain way. So many people I have heard tell me, I've read that book multiple times. What is the certain way? And even I, when I started reading it for the first time, I couldn't wait to get to the next chapter and the next chapter. I kept waiting to find out, what is this certain way? My God, just tell me what this certain way is. Because I wanted to experience the results that he was talking about that were infallible. Now, the certain way is by law. The certain way is by law because everything in our world, in our known universe, operates by law. And that means you too. Your mind operates by law. Your body operates by law. And when you understand these laws, you can then leverage them to get the results that you seek. Now, there are 7, and I hopefully did a good job at explaining each of them. Now, I know I've got a couple of you live on the call with me right now, and I am so grateful that you're here with me live. This is fantastic. I would love to know, just put in the chat, what was your favorite law? I mean, did you spend some time kind of reflecting on them before we jumped on this call? Is there one that stands out? Is there one that really gave you that aha moment? Like, oh, I never thought about it that way. And now that I think about it that way, I can never not think about it that way. Let me know in the chat if there was one specific law that was your favorite, the one that really helped you to see things differently. Write it in the chat for me if you don't mind. Nicole, the law of vibration. The law of vibration. Nicole, would you be willing to unmute yourself and tell me a little bit more about how this law of vibration um, really stood out to you? Are you comfortable with that? Yeah, go ahead and unmute. Oh, you got to get your mic all set up. You good? Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can.
Hey. Okay. Thanks. Um, I I think that the law of the song "The Energy Moves Me" was a precursor into the law of vibration. So it really it kind of set the tone for that that feeling of like what is the energy that like when I let my energy go down, how is it that I am attracting what I want to attract? I thought about that today in relation to like what's going on in the world. And I thought, okay, well, am I going to focus on that law of vibration, or will I focus on what I really want to accomplish with Jessica, right? Like, so obviously I did what I said I would do, and then it came back negative, and I was like, okay, what's the next step? So it's really just saying to myself, all right, you got here. How do you get to that next level? What's the vibration that you need to carry into that next level?
That is so powerful and a great realization and aha moment because here's the thing. We learned in the law of rhythm that what goes up must come down and what goes down must come up. So when we can know this and ride those waves, when our vibration dips, we don't allow ourselves to spiral downwards. We just acknowledge, okay, I'm feeling a little bit of an energy dip there here, and this is okay. But what do I want to feel? Well, I want to feel empowered and confident, and I want to feel like, what I desire is my destiny and it's going to happen. Okay, great. What would that look like? Well, it would look like, some doors opening. It would look like opportunities coming my way. It would look like, me going into the telegram and celebrating that I just had this awesome day and XYZ unfolded and it's absolutely perfect. And how would that feel? Oh my gosh, that would feel so amazing. That would feel magical. I would feel so happy and supported and in celebration. Okay, great. Guess what? You've just raised your vibration. You've just plugged back into the wish that you desire and you've raised your vibration. Vibration is everything. Like energies attract like energies. Thank you for sharing that, Nicole. That was beautiful. I think you muted yourself again. So if you were saying something, I didn't hear you.
Sorry.
Okay.
I do that. Yeah, that was my biggest. I think this morning it really made a difference just in relation to after I got rejected for the LOC and the loan. I was like, okay, I went into that spiral, like, nothing ever happens, and why is this always happening? And then I took the dogs for a walk and I said, okay, what can I change? What would be, how would I feel if the outcome was different? How would I feel if that outcome was the outcome I really wanted? What if the outcome is that I get to, go into coaching? What if the outcome is, and how do I feel about that?
Yeah, that's fantastic. You see, you're contemplating, you're reflecting, and you're taking control of your mind, essentially is what you're doing because we we're all programmed. Okay. We've been programmed for a long, long time. Most of our programming goes back to our little years. And most of our default programming is lack and limitation and scarcity and debt. Like that is our default setting. We think if something doesn't happen, like it means a no. It's not a redirect. So I want to invite you to notice, become aware of how when something doesn't happen that you really want it to happen, it's just a redirect. It just means that avenue wasn't meant for you, that there's actually something better in store for you. So when you can do that, your vibration won't dip. You'll stay plugged in and empowered. And when you stay plugged in and empowered to your vision and your dream, you stay a magnet for the conditions and circumstances that will support the realization of that. So this is fantastic. I'm really impressed with your ability to start getting control of your mind and your thoughts because everything starts in the mind with a thought. And then that thought, we give it meaning. We create a story about it and we make it negative or positive. There's the law of polarity at work right there, right? Something happens, we have a thought about it, and we give it either negative or positive meaning. If we attach negative meaning to it, then there it goes, affecting your vibration. It's affecting the way you feel. You start feeling disappointed, upset, defeated. And then all of a sudden, it affects your behavior because you don't want to show up and make that video. You don't feel like you're in this empowered high vibe frequency anymore. And you're not willing to send that DM or connect with that potential client. And then, of course, it's action, reaction, cause and effect, right? So,
Yeah.
well done to you, Queen. You're on your way. So just remember, one door closing means there's something better in store for you. Not, this isn't happening. See, nothing ever works out for me. Not that. Oh no. It means there's something better in store for you. It's a redirect because you are always being supported. You are always being guided into greater levels of your power, your freedom, your prosperity. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. It's practice.
Ex-
I definitely need to practice.
exactly. And herein lies the reason why I'm inviting you into Money Mind, because that is exactly, that is precisely what we do inside this program. And I'm not saying this to manipulate or, coerce or anything like that, because I know the power of paradigms. It's in me and it's in you and it's in all of us. Your paradigm is like this invisible force that until you become aware of it, it's running the show. I mean, it is dictating everything in your life. But once you become aware of it, once you understand, oh, I've got this programming and conditioning that is literally fixed in my subconscious mind. It's my habits, it's my beliefs. And until I change that, my results aren't going to change. So we install new habits and new beliefs about things that will support the realization of your goal, such as you are worthy of success. You are worthy of wealth and riches. You are worthy of experiencing all that your heart and soul desires. Everything you can see in your imagination is your destiny. That becomes a new belief that you embody as if it is absolutely true. And when you embody that belief, when that becomes your new paradigm, your whole world rearranges to reflect that back to you. Because your outside world is just a mirror of what you believe to be true. You want something, you declare it, the universe says yes. The universe is always saying yes. It's like you get to place an order with the universe every single day, in every single moment. You know, I would love to make $50,000 a month. Universe says yes. And when you are in that vibration of that truth, universe then sends you everything that aligns with that. And on the flip side of that, let's say you're holding that vibration, you're embodying that belief, and then something happens, life throws a curveball, you get an unexpected expense, and you go into fear, you go into doubt and uncertainty. You're like, see, this always happens. I knew this was going to happen. I never get what I want. Then universe says yes and reflects that back to you in conditions and circumstances. So when you understand that you have the ultimate power, When you understand these laws, you can leverage them to create whatever it is you desire. But here's the truth, and here's the point that I really want you to understand. Changing paradigms, it's the path of self-mastery. It is not what most people choose to do in life. Most people are totally satisfied with working their 9 to 5, living for the weekend, and tiptoeing to retirement so that maybe 1 year at the end of their life, they'll be able to live their dreams. That's how most people live. But because you are here with me, I know you're not most people. You're not. You have a desire and a dream that is bigger than what most people can even think of. And that desire and that dream is your destiny. And I am here to declare that for you. I am here to believe that for you. In fact, every single one of you who has participated in this experience so far has a beautiful C-type goal. And let me just say that the way I organized this experience and the way I did a cleanse on day 3 was absolutely perfect. I am so glad I did this, and I will do it again every single time. Because whenever I do a free experience, and this is just industry standards, you get a lot of people that'll say, yes, it's free, it's easy. You say yes, you sign up, but then you're not really serious. You're just a dabbler. You just want to observe. You just want to, you know, lurk in the background. And I'm like, no, I'm not having that this time. I want something very different than I've done before. I only wanted people in this space that were in it, plugged in, playing full out, and engaged. And so on day 3, when I did that cleanse, I don't know if you all like came into the Telegram and then saw I like removed all these people. It was for that specific reason, and it felt so good because from that point on, we had a sacred, intimate group of women who were all plugged in the same energy. Yes, some of you were more plugged in than others, and that's perfect. But by the time we got to day 3, if you had plugged in and shared your C-type goal, if you had listened to the universal laws I posted so far and done your core 4, you were in. So you are here on purpose with a purpose. There's no coincidence that we're connected in this way. Every single one of you. And I want you to know this. I've got you. I've got you right here in my heart. And you're here for a reason. Not only did you call me into your world, I called you into my world too. Because there's actually something much bigger that's going on here. And I decided I was going to share this with you on this call. And it's something I have never shared with any group or person. Actually, I have shared this with 2 people, 2 of my most intimate, close, and sacred people. And not one of them is my husband because he doesn't really get this stuff. He's not into personal development, but he loves me and he supports me, and I appreciate that. So I talk about fear, okay? Because fear is it's like your paradigm. It is the one thing that'll keep you from taking action. It is the thing that keeps you where you are. Fear wants you to stay in the known, where everything is known. It's there's a comfort in it. Because if you have a big goal and a dream to experience levels of wealth that are far beyond what you or anyone in your family has ever experienced, like if you want to experience 50K months, 100K months, like that is extraordinary. And your paradigm does not want you to step out into the unknown. That's too scary. That might cause pain or suffering. It's uncomfortable to step into something you don't know. But that is where we have to go in order to break through. And I decided that on this call, I was going to share something with you. And yes, I am going to get emotional because it's very sensitive and dear to my heart. And I feel very deeply. I am an emotional person because I care so much about you. Every woman that comes into my world, I know you are sent by God. And so it is my absolute mission, purpose, vocation, and calling to do the absolute best that I can to lead you to your next level. Okay, here it goes. Here it goes. Leanne, this is for you. I talked about fear with you in a DM. You know, this is me facing my fear in action, okay? This is me facing my fear in action because what I want to share with you, I have been fearing sharing with anyone. Fear because I would be misunderstood, fear of judgment, fear of criticism, fear of backlash. And of course, we want to stay safe. We want to stay comfortable in the known. And I know it's time for me to face my own fear so that I can break through to my next level. And so I felt safe enough in this space with all of you beautiful ladies, all 12 of us, to face this fear and to share it with you. So back in April, during Holy Week, during Easter, I was divinely anointed and appointed through this experience that was divinely orchestrated. And I have been told that I am not just here to coach. I am also here to consecrate spaces and to bring women and riches to the root, which is identity, intimacy, and divine inheritance. Because your desire for more wealth, for more riches, it is your divine inheritance. It is your inheritance. It is what you are meant to receive. It is what you are here to experience, to fulfill, to realize. And it is my duty to do the best that I can to show you the way, to show you how it's possible, to guide you, to lead you, to teach you, to hold you, to be with you every step of the way. So, yes, I'm a coach and I'm a mentor, and I help women become rich from the inside out and feel free no matter what is going on in the outside world. And it's more than that. So, if it feels from your end that I am maybe pushing you a little bit, if I am bugging you, maybe annoying you, because I'm reaching out, it's because I care. It's because I've got you. It's because I know why you're here, and I'm not letting you go. Until you explicitly tell me to stop, I'm not going to let you go. I'm not going to let you go. This is about so much more than just money to me. It's about returning riches to the root, identity, intimacy, and inheritance. I don't know what you think about all of that, but I do trust that you are here for a reason, that God put us together for a reason. And I take that very seriously. And I trust that you can feel the authenticity of my heart. And I trust that you know that my intentions are pure. And I will keep reaching out. I will keep following up. I will keep checking in because I love you, because I care, and because we were put together for a reason. So just know that until you explicitly tell me to stop, I will keep trying. And if the time comes where you tell me to stop, I won't be offended. I won't take it personally. I will respect that. I will honor that. And I will stop. Because I know at this point in the game now, it's all about your paradigm. It's all about your conditioning and your programming. I know you came in the door, you said yes, you raised your hand because you desire more. You're done struggling and suffering. You're done forcing and pushing and efforting. Gosh, you just want it to be easy. You want it to be fun. And it gets to be easy and it gets to be fun when you change your paradigm, when you change your program. That's exactly what we do inside Money Mind. Now, I know that some of you have paradigms that are bing, bing, bing. They are active and they are at work and they are creating all kinds of reasons and excuses and stories and meanings of why you should not join Money Mind. And I see truth beyond appearances. I know what is going on because not only have I been there, I can see now. I can see the truth beyond appearances. And I know what you want. And I know how you can get it. And I've got to get past your freaking paradigms in order to help you. So some of you might be saying things like, oh, I've learned so much. This has been so wonderful. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate all you have done and shared. And I'm just going to try and do my own little 90-day experiment. I'm just going to try and do this on my own now. I know you got great results when you did it. And so I'm going to try and do that myself now, okay? Well, here's the thing. When I did my 90-day experiment, I had a coach and a mentor. I had accountability, and I was surrounded with a community of like-minded women who are all doing the same thing. That's what Money Mind is. You will not do this on your own. Heck, Bob Proctor, God rest his soul, before he died, he said he's been doing this work for over 50 years, half a century. And he even said he's never once met anyone that's done this by themselves. When we're left to our own devices, it's so easy to fall off the wagon. Nobody, nobody is here to hold you accountable. Nobody's here to say, hey, where have you been? What's going on? It's so easy. So these paradigms in your subconscious mind, they are on blast. They are active and they are pinging left, right, and center, giving you reasons why you shouldn't take the next step, why it doesn't make sense to take the next step. Its job is to create fear, doubt, and uncertainty so you don't take the next step. So you stay in the known where you're safe, where it's comfortable, where you stay at the same income level. Some of you might be saying, Jessica, it's been so wonderful and so great to learn all of these laws. Thank you so much for sharing them. I have really enjoyed this experience and I appreciate you so much. But I'm just gonna go back to doing, what I used to be doing. I've learned a lot of things and I used to be doing things like, self-suggestion and visualization. And I'm just gonna go back to doing that because when I was doing that, I felt really good and some things were happening, I was manifesting some cool things here and there. And this this just doesn't make sense to me because if you go back to doing what you were doing, you're going to get the result that you got. And it wasn't your C-type goal. It wasn't consistent, reliable income months that are double, triple what you're making now. In order to get a different result, you've got to do something different. And in order to set yourself up for success, not only do you have to commit to doing something different, but you have to have the guidance. You have to have the loving hand of a coach and a mentor who cares and believes in you and your goals as much as you do. And I'm going to tell you something right now. You will not find another coach or another mentor who cares about you and your goals as much as I do. You can ask every single one of my clients in Money Mind, of my past clients, how they feel when they are held and supported in my containers. And these C-type goals that you might have a C-type goal that is so big that you actually don't believe it. You actually don't even believe it's possible. And this is really common because let's say you make 10K months right now and your goal is to make 100K months. The chances are that you have a deep rooted belief in your subconscious mind that you are not actually worthy of $100,000 months. You might not even know it's there, but it will sabotage you at every turn because your beliefs create your reality. Henry Ford was once famously quoted for saying, whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you are correct. You see, whatever you believe is your reality. The Wright brothers, they were a couple of bicycle mechanics a long, long time ago, and they believed that they could create a machine that could fly in the sky. This was way before aerial transportation was invented. They were a couple of bicycle mechanics, and they believed that it was possible for them to create the mechanics of a vehicle that could fly through the sky. And they kept trying and trying and trying. They failed so many times. They were ridiculed beyond belief. They were told to stop wasting your time. This is ridiculous. You're never going to be able to do this. But their belief in their dream was so strong and so real that they didn't stop. And finally, one day, they did it. And they gave us the keys to the kingdom in terms of aerial transportation. We now fly all over the world because of two bicycle mechanics who had the belief that something was possible. Now, here's the thing. I know that you might have a deep rooted belief that says, I'm actually not worthy of $100,000 months. And until you discover it and uproot it and replace it with the new belief, you're going to sabotage your success at every chance you get. And it's going to be unconscious. You're not even going to be aware of it. I know this because I experienced it myself. I have a process, a way of changing deep-rooted beliefs that takes about 15 minutes. I share it inside the Money Mind because it's life-changing. But here's what I want to invite you to accept. I have a very strong belief that you are capable of achieving your C-type goal. And I know that you are worthy of it. You are absolutely worthy and able to achieve your C-type goal. So if you are kind of wondering, do I really believe wholeheartedly, 100%, that I am worthy and capable of achieving my C-type goal? I want you to borrow my belief. Borrow my belief, because if you can feel how strong and how deep my belief and my knowing is for you and your C-type goal, borrow my belief. Borrow it until you can embody it for yourself. Because I know that you are more than capable and you are more than worthy of achieving that C-type goal. I just got to keep battling your paradigm until we can break through that program, until we can shift that paradigm and create a new paradigm that says, I am worthy, I am able, I am more than deserving. It is possible for me. And then that becomes your new paradigm. And once you have that paradigm installed into your subconscious mind, your whole outside world rearranges to match it, to match it. Because your world is just a mirror of what's going on inside your subconscious mind. And then finally, I hear some of you saying, "Oh, this has been so wonderful, Jessica. Thank you so much for this experience. I loved learning about all of these laws, but I just don't have the money." It's always about the money. If it wasn't about the money, every single person that comes into my experiences virtually would be joining me. And I'm going to tell you, it's actually not about the money. It's actually not about the money. It's not about the money at all because money is infinite, just like energy is infinite. Everything is energy, everything is infinite. Money comes from an infinite source of supply. We just got to tap into that. So it's not about the money, it's about the decision. It's about the decision. Remember, I said cause and effect, action, reaction. You make a decision, and then the universe responds. You are the cause, the universe is the effect. You make the decision. I'm joining Money Mind. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I'm joining Money Mind. I know this is my next step. It feels so aligned, it feels so right. I'm joining Money Mind. Just say it. Even just saying it, speaking it, sending out that energy and that vibration is a cause. You see, that cause has an effect. It's an equal and opposite reaction back to you. So you make the decision from a place of alignment, from a place of power. It goes out into the universe, and then the response is an instantaneous and reaction back towards you. But can you hold that vibration long enough to witness the magic, to witness the miraculous? You see, here's where women get tripped up is they quit before the magic steps in, before the miraculous unfolds. You know, you make the decision and then like a day or two goes by and you're like, "Oh, not seeing the response, not seeing the reaction. I guess this wasn't meant for me." Well, back to my old program. You got to hold it. You got to hold it until. You see, you put that out in the universe and then things are working behind the scenes. Hold it. How long can you hold it? Hold the belief, hold the knowing, hold the feeling, hold the vibration. Yes. Yes, I'm doing it. This is for me. I know it is. I can see it. I can feel it. It's happening. It's not going to happen. It's happening now. Keep holding it. Keep holding it. Even when life throws you a curveball, even when you get the response you didn't expect, or someone called you and said the thing you didn't want to hear, continue holding it. You got to keep holding it. And when you do, soon you will experience the effect, the magic, the miracles. It's all here for you. Oh my gosh, I just looked at the time. I cannot believe we are already at the top of the hour. Catherine, I know you kind of came in a little bit late. You missed some really powerful stuff. I would encourage you to go back and watch this replay. I'm going to send it out in an email after this call, after I upload it to YouTube. It's going to take a little while, but please go back and watch the beginning of this replay. I do want to draw the winner for that grand prize, and I want to say a special thank you and a shout out to my beautiful Money Mind soul sister, Christine Paul. You know, this edition of these songs, it was not planned. And this is what I mean by magic. This is divine orchestration and unfolding at play. Christine's magic has been these songs, and she's been infusing um, so much purpose and feeling with these songs because she knows, she gets it. She knows it's all about the feeling. It's all about the feeling. It is the feeling that is the secret to attracting and manifesting all you desire. And so, Christine, I just want to say a big thank you from the bottom of my heart for going out of your way, for creating these beautiful songs that resonate with the frequency of each universal law. I remember I listening to each one of them very intently, the words so perfect and on point for that particular law. And it does, it invokes the feeling. It inspires and uplifts and empowers. And it was such a beautiful addition. And then even more overflow, even more abundance. Christine's offer to give each and every participant the opportunity to receive a personalized song with your unique C-type goal. I know that landed so beautifully. I got messages from many of you saying how much you received that and how deeply you felt it. And that's the purpose of the songs. It's to get to the heart of it, the feeling. So, Christine, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for sharing your beautiful songs, your magic, your creativity. It meant so much to me, and I know the ladies inside this space. Nicole says she listens to her song all the time. Yeah. And I've heard this from more than one person. These songs, they're just so special. And ladies, there's one more song, by the way. I posted it in the Telegram group in the celebration thread. She even created a song at the end to recap all of the laws in one powerful, beautiful song. I hope you enjoy that one as well. So here is what I want to leave you with. You are here on purpose with a purpose. There was a divine orchestration that has unfolded that brought us together. And I take that very seriously. And I know that this is not the end, rather, this is just the beginning of your next level of wealth, power, freedom, impact, and legacy. And because I know who I am in God and in Christ, I take this very seriously. And I will continue to reach out to you. I will continue to support you and guide you and invite you in and help you figure out the ways in which things can happen. And only until you explicitly tell me to stop will I stop. And it's because I love you. It's because I am you. It's because we are one. And when you lock arms with me, you will feel all of the magnificence that I offer. So, with that, I will draw for the grand prize winner. Now, I did say in order to be eligible for this grand prize valued at $1,111. It is a 2 hour deep dive session with me. We can either break it up or we can do it all in one shot. I recommend we break it up so that you can integrate and then come back and then integrate. It'll be more powerful. Um, in order to be eligible for this, you needed to play full out. You needed to, you know, do all of the things that I was inviting you to do, which means creating your C-type goal, which means doing the daily core 4 ritual every day, And also the paradigm shift exercise I introduced you to. And I went back into the Telegram and I scrolled through and I looked at um, all of the data there, and there were three people who played full out. And isn't that interesting that these three people are live on the call with me right now? And I did say that I was going to put a bonus ballot in there for everyone who joined me live. And you know what? I don't think it matters to put a bonus. It's not going to change the odds, right? Because each of you, you know what? I'll do it just for formality. What? What? Catherine, did you sell your house in Vancouver? Feel free to unmute if you want, Catherine. I'm just going to be writing some names here. I don't
I
know.
did. Thank you. It sold yesterday. I know. So exciting, eh?
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. How long had it been for sale? How long were you waiting to?
Oh, like almost a year. Almost a year.
Oh my God, what a great way to end this celebration call.
Yeah, no, I did. I sold it, and I mean it's still pending, but I'm pretty confident it's gonna, continue to sell, right? Do what it's supposed to do.
Oh my gosh. This is incredible. This is so freaking magical.
Yes, because it was one
Wow.
of my seed goals, very big part of that.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, hold on a second. I got to anchor this in because this is actually not small. This is really big. You created a C-type goal that
Yeah,
had an income amount, okay,
yeah,
and also a personal experience. And that personal experience was to sell that property. And Christine made a song for you, and the title of the
she did.
song had the word sold in it. I remember that.
Yes,
She's part of your C-type goal.
I know. It was the best. I can't get back on the I
Incredible.
can't get yeah, no, it is for sure. And that was like my biggest sort of concentration as I kept, even after our call together, sold signs everywhere. That's all I would see. Sold, 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 sold.
Oh,
Anyway, so it sold.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm so happy for you. This is fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah.
Congratulations, Catherine. You are doing great. You are doing so awesome. Oh my gosh, this is
Thank you.
incredible. Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. Yes, please go back and watch all of this because there was some things that you missed that were really powerful.
I will. Yep.
Oh my gosh, this is spectacular. Oh, okay. You're each in here twice. There's six ballots, okay? You each have your name on two of these, and I can't wait um to draw one winner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'd like to stop on eight because eight is the number of abundance and infinity and overflow. The winner of the grand prize is Nicole. Nicole, you won. Congratulations. Oh, I can't wait to send you a DM. I'll send you my link. Let's book the time. Let's go, Nicole. This is for you. You are always being supported. You are always being guided. You are a winner. You're all winners. You're all winners in so many ways. Oh my gosh, this is spectacular. Ladies, I'm going to keep the Telegram group open until the end of the month. I cannot cut this energy off now. Please, I invite you to go in there, post your accountability if you want to continue doing that till the end of the month. Stay in the vibe, stay in the energy. If you experience magic, if you're celebrating something, please go in there and share it. Why do we celebrate? Because when we plug into the energy and the frequency of celebration, we become a match for more things to celebrate. It's not about showing off, it's not about bragging. No, that is not the vibe. When I see you celebrating something, that's a blessing for me because I get to plug into the vibes of celebration. I'm like, yes, I'm on top of the world right now for you, Catherine. Thank you for sharing that with us so that we could experience. Thank you, Nicole, for putting that in the chat. I don't know if Catherine would have said anything if it wasn't for that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. The group is going to remain open inside the Telegram until the end of the month. And listen, ladies, until you explicitly tell me to stop, I've got you. And I'm going to keep trying and I'm going to keep guiding you until a doorway opens and it's a yes, and you come into my space so that I can lead you and guide you and help you ascend into greater levels of your wealth, your power, and your freedom. It's all here for you, ladies. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I can't wait to hear your voice or read your words inside the Telegram. Mwah. Love you.